Oh boy, we'll see. We'll see if maybe we get another strange upset here today as we are getting into our next series, the first game between these two Zerg and TerraN players.
No, here comes the next signups for the CranKy Ducklings, Legacy and Kamikaze. Yeah, here we go, mate. Welcome to Beckett Industries LE, my favorite third TvZ map. Here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, the Brazilian TerraN player, aptly named TerraN.
Oh, right. I heard you say TerraN and I thought you were just saying his race. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Beckett Industries LE, we have the Chilean Zerg. He's green. He's another returning player. It is Halfbreed.
Puro ass in the chat. Who the heck is Kamikaze? Kamikaze is a Brazilian player. It's a TerraN player, if I recall correctly. And if I remember as well, he has also qualified for the Executor tournament. So you will be seeing him next month playing versus the big boys.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He's got some
But
big.
who knows? Maybe now he's one of the big boys.
Yeah. I was about to say he has some big shoes to fill, but yo, if he can take down Egg, maybe he can do something crazy against the other Zerg players in Brazil. You know, the Zerg Lord I do rate higher than someone like Egg, but I mean, you know, Kamikaze, he's crazy. He could do something and maybe take him out. I don't know.
Yeah, man, definitely. And yeah, man. TvZ, Beckett Industries, what do you think of this map as a Zerg player?
It can be very difficult as a Zerg player. There are pros and cons. Obviously, this map can lend well towards early aggression, right? To like early Roach Ravager all-ins, even Queen pushes because of the speed zones, because of the short rush distance. But it also lends well for those very same reasons to TerraN players. We saw how strong Chaos Fate his pushes were against Ryu, right? For example, like the bio pushes that just wouldn't stop. That is like ×2 on a map like this. Like the reinforcements hit so much faster. Zerg has very little time to respond, so you can be very aggressive as either player on this map.
Yes. While that is one of the reasons that I like this map, I actually like it in TvZ for the exact opposite. This is a map where as a TerraN player you can very easily take 3 bases and defend them without much issue because of all the shows. I mean, you mentioned the acceleration zones. Look at the choke in that zone, mate. That's like to supply the and you block it. That's it. And then as a TerraN player, if you take your third where Halfbreed has taken his third, you just put some supplies there, and then you just put some supplies where the rocks are in the natural, and that's it, mate. You're set for 3 bases and nothing can touch you.
Yep, you can turtle up as well. So this is a very interesting map. I do like how, like, you know, there are different things that you can use here from the map to your advantage. So it's really cool to see. I imagine TerraN is going to be more of the aggressive kind of player, but we'll see what these guys have in store for us.
Yeah, definitely. Seems that TerraN is going for a Helion Banshee opening. I hope. Yes, it is Banshee. I was going to say, no, he's not going. No, he's not. Here come the Helions.
Ooh.
He moved out with only 2 Helions. He's only here just to basically try to deny the creep that he can, and maybe pick up any drone that, if possible, like this one. Oh, he managed to save it.
Yeah. Every single time so far, TerraN just has come up a little bit short when it comes to the drone and the creep tumor. But now he does have 4 Hellions. He's continuing to apply this pressure. At the same time, as you were saying, Banshee is on the way behind this, and the Hellions, they actually get into the mineral line. They get into the natural.
Yeah, this is surprising. Helios managed to get in without much issue. and they're going to be destroyed. But they're going to manage to destroy whatever they can. 7 drones went down. That's okay. That's could be better, but could have been much worse.
At 7 drones, man, that's pretty good. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, for three drones and a Reapers, and look, the third player just has to press a button and look, half a dozen drones there.
Yeah, he has been able to equalize. I mean, we also have to wait and see how much these Banshees can get done. In a couple of seconds, Cloak will finish. It looks like TerraN wants to wait for 2 Banshees before he moves out. And if there isn't detection and if there aren't enough Queens, then they can deal damage. But, mate, Spore's already turned down.
Yeah. I don't believe Halfbreed has seen the Banshees. That those Spores are just for protection, right?
Yep.
This is just to be safe. Here come the Banshees. Let's see what they can do.
Exactly. Because you have 2 Banshees, you can one-shot workers, and you can still micro against the Spores and against the Queens. So we'll see how much damage he can get done. He does get 1. Oh, 2. Oh, God, he has to be careful. Oh. Oh, my God. Ah!
Wow.
Mate, 5 HP, mate.
Yeah. A little careless from TerraN, I think. But there's no sport here. And is there one in the natural? In the main? Yes, there's one in the main. So.
Oh God!
Man, what about luck? Just exactly the Banshee that didn't have HP was the one that was left without energy at the worst time.
Yeah, exactly. It was a little bit careless there by TerraN, but at least he does escape with one of his Banshees. He was able to deal some damage. Does find all these Hellions as well in the middle of the map. I'm sorry, Hellions? Lings, I should say, in the middle of the map. And yeah, he's just working out from here. Third base, it's finishing up. 1-1 is on the way.
Yeah. Overall, I want to say that TerraN has been doing a good job. Not the perfect job, but a good enough job. He has contained the Zerg as much as he can. His population has not skyrocketed, as one would usually expect. Only 10 workers ahead of TerraN right now, and TerraN now he has his third base. I expect Halfbreed to take his fourth any second now.
Yeah. I mean, he should. Honestly, it's a little bit late. Like, he's almost fully saturated on 3 bases. So he should be working towards his 4th. What's interesting is that Halfbreed, he isn't going Ling Bane. He's actually committing to Roach Ravager. I don't know how I feel about this personally, but we'll see what he can get done with it.
We go like the first batch of Marines coming here just to clean creep and kill anything that they can get their hands on.
Yeah, exactly.
There's more than enough to defend. Oh, he's focusing the Queens.
Ooh,
he almost got a Queen.
Yeah.
Got a Queen, but good transfuses by Halfbreed.
Exactly. Solid transfuses there, but you know what? The rest of the army is meeting up with this drop. Now we have 2 tanks alongside these Hellions, more Marines to reinforce. Things are getting a little bit dicey here, and there's not that much creep.
There we go. Dash are sieging.
God, that they are. Meanwhile, a couple of the Queens are falling here. The tanks are exposed, but you know what? You know what's missing? Where are the Ravagers, mate?
Yeah, where are the Ravagers? I believe Halfbreed tried to focus one of the tanks, but didn't manage to get it. There was a solid wall of Marines in front. Here we go, mate. This is a good position for the tanks.
Yeah,
here comes the Ravagers.
Finally, the Ravagers do come out. They do bow down one of the tanks. The rest of the tanks are exposed, and it looks like Halfbreed should be able to clean up the tanks at least. But what about the bio?
Yeah, mate. The bulk of the roaches are gone, so there's not many more HP. The Ravagers were starting to fall. A second batch of roaches finally poop out to defense. But here comes the rest of the Marines, mate.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I was talking about. Like, you can reinforce so quickly as a TerraN player where the push just doesn't stop. And Halfbreed, he holds for now, but he needs to keep morphing in Ravagers. He cannot rely on only one to focus down those tanks.
Yes, the good thing is that he basically reset the amount of tanks that TerraN had. So TerraN needs to wait a little bit to have more tanks before pushed out. Meanwhile, this is all he can do. He can clean creep, try to pick up whatever he can, but as alone, assuming the army is there, these Marines should not be able to do much.
Yeah, unfortunately the army was not there, and the entire mineral line here at the 4th base goes down. The Queen gets taken out. Ooh, drops straight into the main base. The Roaches, they're having a hard time kind of keeping up with these drops.
Here we go, just picking up queens, picking up drones, and picking up as soon as possible. TerraN losing very little, and Halfbreed is angry. He has lost enough. Now he's time to attack. But mate, this choke, mate.
The choke. There's 4 tanks here, 2 on the high ground. He's gonna try and push on forward. He does buy one of the tanks, but GG.
Yeah, mate. If you're going to attack as a set player, you do not attack the choke. You never attack the choke against the TerraN. That was a bad idea.
Oh boy. Ay. As we saw, mate, there were 4 sieged up tanks, and pushing with Roach Ravager like that, we saw everything just melt, just get obliterated in that choke point. And TerraN takes the first game.
He does 1-0 as for the TerraN player, as it should be. As it should be. You know, there's still justice in the world.
Meanwhile, shout out to all the Latin Americans in the chat that are tuning in today. Creo que es la primera. Sí, that was la primera game, the first game there. If you want to listen to some of our Spanish, then you can always spend your channel points and try and redeem a Spanish intro.
I mean, is it really a challenge to do a Spanish intro if what players speak Spanish?
It challenges our creativity. That's what it does. You know, we gotta get good with our intros, mate. You gotta get full Yaku.
Mate, I cannot go full Yaku in Spanish. I speak Spanish. If you want me to go full Yaku, I need to go like Japanese or something.
I was about to say, that's a challenge, right? Where you have to try and speak Spanish poorly. But yes, we are not in the qualifying matches yet, but the winner of this series will move on to a qualifying match, to a best of 5. Oh boy, and we're just getting ready to dive into game number 2. We do have our map, we do have our lobby, our players are ready, our casters are ready. We are going to be diving in to Lightshade.
There we go, guys. Countdown is starting.
Boy.
You know, like yesterday I did something. You know that I play StarCraft on a laptop, right?
Right.
I cleaned it yesterday.
Oh.
And the temperature has improved a lot. Because I was getting worried. I was getting like 90 degrees. Which is like starting to get close to whatever maximum that one can has on a laptop. So I just cleaned it, and I'm currently at a breeze 60.
Oh, nice. I mean, yeah, like cleaning, like whether it's your PC or your laptop, like it legitimately does help out with things like temperature.
Which in a laptop is the most important part.
Yeah.
Speaking of the most important parts, here we have in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade, one of the most important part of this game, one of the players. This is the TerraN player, TerraN.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Chilean Zerg player. He's of course representing himself. He's green. He is Halfbreed.
No proxies, nothing crazy here. Hatch gas pull for Halfbreed. And it seems it's going to be a Reaper expand for TerraN so far. Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, even though TerraN did proxy versus Neo, TerraN isn't necessarily one to proxy. It's very odd whenever he does go for something like that. Usually plays very straight up, especially in this matchup. Despite that, Halfbreed, he did quickly check just in case there was something going on, just to make sure he's safe and sound.
Yes, I'm gonna say that TerraN is like one of the more balanced TerraN players in the region. You know, because special he cheeses every now and again. Like Chaos Fate is going to go Bio, Neo is going to go Meg. TerraN can do everything, really. You know, he can cheese every now and again. He can play Bio every now and again. He can play Meg every now and again. He's a very balanced player, in my opinion.
Yeah, maybe it's a Brazilian thing, because I was about to bring up Kelazur and I'm about to say that he's kind of similar, where, yeah, a little bit more well-rounded compared to some of the other ones, some of the other Terrans.
Here comes the Reaper. Can he get a drone? Oh, can he get a drone? Oh, he does get a drone.
Oh, yeah, oh god, Halfbreed not microing his drones there, so he did lose one. I mean, losing one isn't the biggest of deals, but this Reaper is still alive and still being very annoying.
Oh. You know, in high level play, every drone matters.
Even gets a link, gets two links.
Hero Reaper here. This Reaper thinks it is Warcraft 3.
God, it's gonna level up, mate. Oh god. Mate, did you watch any of Warcraft 3 when it came back with Reforged, like competitive Warcraft 3? Warcraft 3?
I mean, what do you mean Reforged? There is no Reforged.
It's true. It's refunded, mate.
That's never happened.
Oh god.
Can he get the tumor? Get the tumor as well?
Oh!
No. He danced a little too much for around the Sterlings and didn't manage to shoot it in time because he managed to get enough HP to survive the shot.
Exactly. Oh god. TerraN being a little bit too fancy with his footwork there. Again, it's possible that he may get it with some AoE from the Hellion, but yeah, oh god. Not quite. Yeah,
TerraN going for the same thing last game. A couple of Hellions with the Reaper for harass, more Hellions coming up, and the Clock Banshee.
Yes. If the game does turn out more similar to game number 1, I do think that Halfbreed has a better chance. Again, like there was a lot of pressure being put on him, on Beckett Industries. He has a little bit more room to breathe here. And something that I do appreciate is that it looks like he has given up on the Roach Ravager and he is going for Banelings.
Yes, this is the most correct path, in my opinion, that Halfbreed needs to take. And I wonder how much the latency is going to go into the fights here, because Halfbreed is all the way in Chile and we play in the East, the US East server, and TerraN is all the way in Europe, playing the US server. So neither of these players are like in optimal conditions, and when settling Berlin fights, you know how important micro is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of it kind of depends on TerraN's unit composition as well. Meanwhile, mate, he made a pretty big wave of Hellions, yo. He wants to dive in. Oh my god, don't do it. Oh god, the Baileys are waiting for him.
One Bailing managed to strike all of those Hellions. Half of the Hellions are lost. From 8, we went to 4. But Halfbreed managed to defend.
Oh yeah, that was very greedy of TerraN to try and just force his way up the ramp and into the natural base. He was not expecting Banelings to be waiting for him, so really nice defense there by Halfbreed, but now here come the Banshees. Oh, no Spore!
Oh,
no, Halfbreed, not like this!
I mean, the Hellions managed to get destroyed, but yeah, there's no Spore. The lair is also not done, so there's nothing here to spot these Banshees.
Yeah. If Halfbreed realized that there wasn't a lair, honestly, he probably could have killed that Spore and just camped that production or camped that base. More drones forced off the line. Still no Spores. No! Look how many workers are going down.
16 drones went down and counting. 17, 18, 19. Finally, one of the Banshees go out just because it went without energy. But made 20 drones so far, and there's still one Banshee left.
Oh god, more drones 21. Are falling.
21 drone slides. Oh my goddess.
Oh god. Well, TerraN is going to move on to the, to the qualifying match. This is looking really bad for Halfbreed. Like, those banshees were meant to kill like maybe like 7 drones if they're lucky, but 21 is insane. And again, with only like that harassing force, we haven't even seen the bio tank come into play this game.
Yeah, maybe TerraN now taking his base, his bio tank is starting to amass up, and Halfbreed is going Hydras. Is he going Lurkers? If so, how fast?
Oh boy, it looks like he's not going for Lurkers anytime soon. Maybe eventually he does want to go there, but right now he's stuck on Lingbane Hydra, which isn't a bad composition, but it can struggle against tank play. Oh god, it can definitely.
This fort is never going to finish.
Yeah. It is forced to be cancelled. Boy, here come the Marines. Meanwhile, speaking of, what is there to defend? We have 4 Banelings, 4 slow Banelings.
Yes, Baneling speed is still not done. Only a few Hydras, only a few Zerlings. Like, the army of TerraN is not that big, but so is Halfbreed's. And TerraN has tanks.
Exactly. Thankfully, TerraN was being a little bit more passive and taking his time to push in. So, I mean, Halfbreed had a little bit more time to bust out whatever units he could. Meanwhile, the Banelings are not finding any connections. The tanks do fall.
Yeah, the tank falls. One of the medivacs fall. Most of the Marines died. And yeah, that was a good hold by Halfbreed. But the question is, will he be able to hold whatever next TerraN has prepared? Because the second wave is coming.
Exactly. What's interesting to me is that TerraN, he saw the Hydras, but he's still transitioning into Widow Mines. Drilling Claws is on the way. I don't know if that's the best idea, to be honest. Widow Mines are great against Mutas. They're okay against Hydras. I still think tanks carry a lot of weight with them, a lot more against this composition. Regardless, he is here. Only 1 Baneling ready so far.
No cancel on that base. That base was completely destroyed. Yeah. Unfortunately, 16 Banelings, but they were late. They were not ready. Otherwise, they would have been a different story.
Exactly. At the same time, another drop here at the 3rd base forces all the drones off the line. Ooh, it's distracting Halfbreed, and now this drop here to the south can move on forward.
And it does. It's currently moving into the natural base. Sniping up more drones here. He just pick it up.
Exactly. Just pulling Halfbreed apart, keeping Halfbreed on 3 bases. He's tried so hard to expand, but he just can't get another base up.
Yeah, man, that's a problem for Halfbreed. He has lost 2 fort bases twice already. And as a player, you want your fort fast. Like, this is going to delay him a lot. Look at the supply, 169 and 26 lights.
Exactly. God, like, he's getting his 4th when TerraN's getting his 4th, and that's disastrous. Meanwhile, we have a triple drop going into the main base with a tank, and the main army is pushing towards the 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Banelings are morphing in here. But will they ever finish? Yes, I do. Are they going to connect? Probably not.
Oh, the Banelings coming from behind, but...
Oh, that was really close. But being in the main base, everything was destroyed, and Halfbreed just GG's out.
GG, well played. TerraN does take down Halfbreed 2-0, and he does advance on to the qualifying match. Wow. Oh boy, GG, well played. Just TerraN's just solid macro, just the constant aggression there. Halfbreed really struggled to keep up, and wow, I thought we would have had to wait a little bit longer, but never mind. His opponent is waiting for him.
Who is he? I have not checked the brackets.
Everyone, exclamation mark B in the chat if you want to have a look at that brackets. And it looks like Ryu has been able to just breeze his way through. He hasn't dropped a single map yet, but now he faces his toughest opponent yet.
Mate, I'm so sad. I was expecting these two players to qualify to the close qualifiers, and one of them is going to be short.
Exactly. I'm thinking the same thing. Both of these players deserve to be in the close qualifiers. Ryu and TerraN, they are some of the best TerraN and Zergs out there. In an ideal world, they're on separate halves of the bracket and they avoid each other. And they both qualified today. Unfortunately, they are both here in the lower half of the bracket. They are both going to be facing off against each other. Only one will advance.